Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I made a video. I've been doing uni work and shit, but I'm back today with a video, my first video for Supreme Ruler 1936. It's on Steam, open access, beta, whatever, early access basically. And I've started off. I've played a couple of games of it. Well, you never play a full game, but I played one as Germany and one as the UK just to get a feel for the game. And my first proper attempt at taking over the world has been with Japan. And I thought I'd just quickly run through what I've been doing in this save, as well as showing you some of the new features in the game. So let's start. So obviously you start off with Japan and Korea with your Manchukuo colony there. You also start off with some of these little islands around here and Taiwan, which back then was called Formosa apparently, and a couple of these little islands here. And wait till you see Europe, oh my god. To start with, my first invasion was the Dutch East Indies, which obviously nowadays is called Indonesia. This put me at war with the Dutch, but luckily the Dutch were being attacked by the Germans, so they couldn't really mount any kind of comeback, any kind of fight of any sort, and they were quite easy to wipe out. So it took a while because of how many little islands there are, but my tactic was just to, you see here, I've got it on map supply overlay. My tactic was to literally take over a part of an island, build a load of supply depots, and then I was able to just steamroll through the rest of the island, and that's why they're all bright red. Then after taking that, I decided it was time to go to war with Britain, as they had just declared war on Germany and Russia and a whole load of other people. And I took over Malaysia and Singapore quite quickly. That didn't take very long. Took over a couple of their other colonies around here. I haven't landed, I haven't taken all of these territories yet because you need units that can land without having to go into a port, and I don't have them yet. So there are still, New Hebrides, which is Vanuatu now, is still there. Places like, wherever that is, still New Hebrides, Solomon Islands, all that kind of area, still taken over. I'm currently allied, by the way, just so that everyone knows, with, you see I've been at war with 50 different people. And in that time I'm no longer a democracy, I'm now a dictatorship. My population wasn't very happy with me. But if we just look at my allies, I started off, that means that they're dead, but they can come back. Like, you get like rebel movements and stuff, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm allies with all these people, and life was pretty good until they all got wiped out. And as you can see, I've gone around and taken out loads of places, but we'll get to that now. So yeah, once I'd taken over Indonesia and all these areas around here, I set to work on attacking British colonies and taking over the little dots of islands around here. Like, I don't think that wasn't a country, I don't think. But oh, they took one back. I put a load of fortifications there just to try and defend it. Apparently that didn't help. Then we went and took over Australia as well, which was quite good. We landed from Papua New Guinea, which I think that was Dutch Guinea or something. We landed up in Cairns. Broom's on the other side, and worked our way down south, took over Tasmania and Perth and all the areas around here. I've still got a few troops there, I need to move them out. Having taken that, I continued taking over the rest of Papua New Guinea, which I still haven't finished. I need to do that at some point. There were more important things afoot. Then I took over New Zealand as well, relatively painless, and then I decided to go after more British colonies. As you can see here, I took over the Falkland Islands pretty painlessly. Started to modernise it, get some industry going there. And the British keep trying to land units here, but I've got enough defence to last me a while. I then came up around here and took over pretty much all of the British colonies in the Caribbean. as well as a couple of the former Dutch ones that had become independent, came up over here. I took over part of Newfoundland and Labrador. I've been spamming units out of here, and having taken that, I then moved on to Iceland. So that was fun, and I also I also own Northern Ireland. I literally put loads of troops on here, and then demolished the port that I'd used so that the British couldn't land any more units there. So throughout all this, I've been allied with the Portuguese, which is why I now own Spain. Spain didn't really put up that much of a fight; they were busy elsewhere. But it means that I now own quite a lot of land, and there's lots of new free countries for me to attack, which I will do soon. I also own most of Central and Eastern Africa, so places like Tanganyika, Somaliland. Just trying to think of other places. I mean, it all started with a landing in Portuguese Mozambique, and then I came over and took over. I think this is Swaziland, and from there, then I had a base to start producing units. Moved them, started taking over the former British colonies one by one, which was pretty fun. I'm trying to think, do I own anywhere else? And we got all the way up to here, Eritrea. So when Italy fell, Italian East Africa fell to Sudan and Eritrea, so they didn't last too long. But I came and finished them off, or finished off what was left of them. I also own the port of Alexandria, well, the military base right next to Alexandria, which was British to start with. I also own Cyprus, and Rhodes starts off as its own territory, and it's owned by the Italians. It's an Italian colony. The British took over Italy, and so they took over this little bit as well, and I've taken a little bit of it back. As you can see here, the UK owns all of it. So I've just been at war here, trying to take it, but way too fortified. The Belgians and the French are all there as well. I control Malta too. France took over Sicily because they were at war with Italy at the time. And here is the bloody mess that Europe has been left in. I allied with Yugoslavia and took over a large portion of this land. I still own a little bit there. Oh, that's Poland. Poland have come back into it. Okay. But yeah, the British and the French kind of forced me back, but I held that for a good year or two. But Russia is dead now as well. They were taken over by France and Greece. So that was interesting. Greece is now one of the biggest countries in the world, which is quite scary, really. But yeah, there's still loads of countries that I can attack. I've been toying with the idea of attacking China, but it just seems so big, and there's so many, towns to take on the way to the capital. But yeah, I mean, France own this area now as well. I'll probably take over the Philippines soon, and then the rest of the island of, I think it's I want to say Sumatra, but that's probably not right. I need to finish off parts of Africa as well, as they're becoming free. I will take them too. I was allied with Argentina. I don't know what's happened there. And I'm also going to take the rest of the Caribbean and possibly some Central American countries. But, oh, hello. There's colonies. Oh, yeah, there's Tahiti and French islands and American. I don't feel like getting into a war with America right now. I've been having enough trouble with bloody Britain. I've been launching wave after wave of attack. Ooh, hello. Did not mean to press that. I've been launching wave after wave of attacks at Britain, and I just can't. Except for Northern Ireland, I have not been able to get a stranglehold. I managed to take this little area here and build a load of land fabrication, to try and, defend what I'd gained, and then try and build some new units there. But unfortunately, the Royal Navy was just too huge. I just couldn't deal with it. But I think that's about it. Yugoslavia starting to creep in around there. There's not that many wars going on right now. Who are the UK at war with? And they finished off Russia. Let's have a look. Just me and Thailand are left at war with the UK. Just quickly around here, like that. Yugoslavia. No, the world is... well, except for me being the... wow, that sea split really weird. Yeah, except for me being the arsehole that I am, the world is pretty much at peace. but that's not going to last for too long, don't worry. And yeah, so the things that are different with this game, then you can't have things like, there's no buttons saying this is where the agriculture spots are. You have to physically click, build up to the top, agriculture, and it'll show up. Then you can't actually just see that a country, well, you can't get the overlay, sorry. Ooh, okay. Yeah, there's also this view empire thing, which I think is pretty cool. It shows you all of the empire that you own, or that other countries own. So as you can see, spread around the Pacific. I will take the Philippines soon. That's going to happen, and the Africa as well, and parts of Europe. But again, haven't been too successful there. But I'll keep trying. If we just click on the other big colonial powers, UK still owns India. Little bits of Africa here and there, and large swathes of Europe, and a little thing there as well. The US doesn't own any more or less. They've just kept their noses clean, kept to themselves. Spain obviously belongs to me now. Portugal, I've been using Portugal as a base, or Portugal's colonies as a base, really. France is just huge now. I mean, they're pretty much untouchable at this point. But I'm going to have to go to war with them soon, which is it's gonna be fun. The places, anywhere else that I can think of, other colonial powers. Denmark still owns Greenland and the Faroes, but yeah, other than that, there's not really been that much going on. Other things about the game, there's got to be other things about the game that I like. Oh, yeah, the other cool thing is that now, if I just unpause quickly, I need to fight someone just so that I can show you. Okay, yeah, you can actually, well, for one, if you're zoomed out, you can see these little dots around here show you. Green is ally, obviously yellow is neutral, red is enemy, and grey is you. If they have a red ring around them, finally that means they're out of supply, so you can actually now track how much supply a unit has, which is good. Or it's more visible anyway. You can see here these units are healthy for the most part, but if I move them in here, I'm just hoping that there's going to be at least some sort of oh, there we go, that'll do, I suppose. You can see the bar slightly, it's not very noticeable because they're only planes. The bar is starting to go down, so there is a visual way of seeing how much health a unit is without having to have them selected. And if they're running low on supply, if they're about to run out, they'll go dark red. And yeah, that's good. Let's take Andorra just quickly, just show you what kind of thing happens if they could move any slower. And it's mine. There we go. Just to close off that border with France there. I haven't been at war with the French yet, which has been good. I don't annex it. I don't intend to go to war with France for a while. They're too big and scary. What was the other thing I was going to show you? I cannot remember for the life of me. Anything on here? No, not really. Oh yeah, the unit building has been changed slightly. I'll show you that quickly. Now to build something, you have to click on that, and you can see in total I'm using 89 out of my 122 production slots. You then go on here and say I just want to build more special forces. You can click on that and you hover over one of them and it will tell you how many you're building, and you can actually finally build properly, which is this is a math. To those of you who've played the Cold War version, you'll know that this is a massive improvement on what happened on there. And yeah, on the whole, it's a really good game, and I would love if, I mean, I'm almost, in fact I think I am now in the part of the game that you would be at the start of Supreme Ruler Cold War. That's the point in time I'm at now. And this is how different orders. What are these guys doing? Where are they going? Oh, they're going into Spain. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the game. It's going to be a lot more expensive in the future, so probably not worth waiting. But yeah, definitely get the game. And if you do get the game, by all means, send me a message. Tell me what's happened in your games or what you think I should have done differently. If you've got any suggestions for games that I could play, countries that I could start as, then yeah, by all means, just let me know and I will give it a go. I'm pretty much up for anything on this game. But yeah, thanks for watching.